Well, you know something, Mean Gene? What I realized is that my streams are just to keep penguins wearing tuxedos a happy customer. Man's quick. I'll give him that. Not only did he waste away 500 penis points, but 1,000 to get me to wear these. Just gotta click over yonder. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, we're back. And live. Legend of Heroes, The Trails to Azure never ends. Where's that little kitty cat going? Charlie? That you, Charlie? I feel like these aren't as bright as they... See, I forgot I was wearing glasses, and I was like, wow, really everything seems so dark. It's not. It's just I'm wearing glasses inside like a weird poker player. These are a lot better, though. These are my new Maui gyms. They get us on in there. 199 saves. Now, what was the call? I believe it was 400 saves for end game. We're in chapter 4. I think there's 8 chapters, but I don't know if that's 8 chapters including prologue and end log. No. Epilogue and prologue. Did I just call it an end log? 400 saves by the end of it all. Yeah, we might look close there. We might look close there. We got the beverage. Thank God we got a beverage rocking. I'm hoping the little guy will nap. That's it. And where we're heading right now is into the Geofront with Jonas. Yeah, we're back. A little early. Or not. I don't know. Hello there again. Hello there, Governor. How's Paul? Where did the little cat go? Yeah, I said 115, didn't I? Yeah. Really good timing. Just finished making lunch. Oh, good. Good for that. Wait, where? Charlie went. He went. Terrible timing. Don't let him lie. Well, look. I'll take it one or the other. Yeah. So Jonas asked us to come on in, join him on into the new Geofront section, the C section, because he doesn't want to keep going through all the other garbage that's involved over there. So that's what we're doing now, and that's where we're heading. Good. I mean, so let's get on in here. I have my liquid lunch. Not the Kraken. We'll get to the Kraken, but I decided to have a little Di Serono Amaretto. Wonderful. I love that drink. It's my wife's favorite drink, but oddly enough, like, I'm a beer guy, you know, but these hit the spot every once in a while. Absolutely. We're good to go. Let's go on in. I think we're going to have Jonas with us, and we're going to have to, like, protect him or something. Yes, buddy. Want a different show? Oh, you want that on? Okay, yeah, that'll help you out. Okay, but you have to go sleep. You have to go sleep. You know what helps? If it's plugged in. Green means on, red means off. And it's on. Leave it on. It's for you, so you can help you breathe. You're all stuffy. Don't touch it. Alright, despite my terrible timing, humidifier's on for the little guy. Hopefully he'll have a nap. We'll go at least, I'm going to try to at least go to about 4 o'clock. And then my wife is coming home without beer. I'm a little upset about it, but then I'll go out for beer, and then maybe it might even turn into three streams today. It honestly might. We'll see where it takes us. Anyways, It is? No. Okay. Has anyone here played Strikers? We all know that I'm trying to find different things to play, and I know I've had to fight that urge to play Persona. But I wanted to know, like, do you play Persona 5 first, or can you play Strikers and then Royal? Because I know it follows Persona 5, not Persona 5 Royal. Does it matter? Okay, we will play that first. And okay, so there's no doing that. What on earth is my son watching? So there's an entrance here. Shockingly enough, what did you not think that there was just geofront construction work? What is doing? Taking a nap or watching TV? He's doing a little bit of both, but usually he'll nap. He always like to put something on, otherwise he'll lose his mind. So then he'll crash. But he hasn't been feeling well the last couple days, so yes, that is it. Yeah, I'm fairly certain there's some Persona 5 Royal spoilers in Oh, okay. Yeah, that's okay. That's what we'll do. Yeah. Music notes for them. Alcohol for me. Jonas has joined the party as a guest character. If he's knocked out in battle, it will be game over, man. Game over. And we all know that Jonas cannot die. He's one of the Jonas brothers. So, no dying for him. I love this. I love this thing. I love it. Too bad I can't play Persona 5 on Steam. Oh well. It definitely has base. Well, yeah, I mean, we have played it, but it's been a while. So, like I said, I would like to avoid spoilers backing on it. Like, I think the last time I played it was like what? When did I get the platinum? That would be the last time I played it. So, I mean, I haven't even turned my PlayStation on in what feels like forever. Regardless. Oh, banana hammocks. Oh. Phew. Celestial Bomb EX. I read all about the raid in the Chest Bell Times. What? I like to keep a chest of the news. Strikers picks up on the Persona 5 story, but doesn't follow Persona 5. It's weird and kind of... Yeah, because, well, it isn't dumb, right? Like, Persona 5 Royal was already... or Strikers was already sort of, like, said and done. Story part, at least. My cat's eating Cheerios. I just saw him grabbing a Cheerio. Yeah, it was done in Japan long before the Royal story was done, so that's sort of where that was at. So according to the database, this area was built as a heat treatment plant and a waste incinerator. Wait, so I wonder if that keeps the harbor warm. It uses the flow of water from the Lupinus River for continuous cooling. It could one day provide Crossbell City's central heating through steam ventilation. Wow, that's... I'm always amazed at what is underneath this goddamn city. It never ends. Yeah, I might as well have a Cheerio myself. Holy crap. That's a little bit of high hopes. They've got high hopes. I mean, then you're going to have to start talking about the taxes. Wait, so this didn't work out for them to have steam heat the entire city? They built this thing and then realized this ain't gonna go the way they wanted to go? This is where Dudley and Arios chased the Calvardian Terrace during the trade conference, isn't it? Well, at least Persona 5 only has one canon dancing game as opposed to two. Right, yeah, I guess so. Wait, what's... Am I missing something? What are the two dancing games? Yes, buddy. What, different show? Okay, it's time for a nap though, okay? You show me what you want. You want E-I-E-I-O? You want One of these shows? Which one? Halloween? Halloween? Alright, there we go. Halloween in January, ladies and gentlemen. It hasn't even been 2 months, has it? Well, it's like, I find it funny, like, to Noelle, 2 months is forever, and yet to Ellie, it's like, what, 2 months? Come on. It's gonna be weird. Of the, like, 5 people that watch my YouTube channel, someone's gonna come across this and go, like, wait, this guy, like, wears the same shirt for, like, everything all the time. But I don't. I do change my clothes. This is why IRL stuff sucks. How the hell do people even live without air conditioning anymore? I do not know. Oh, Paul, we can get you in on this. So, what was your thoughts on the Microsoft buying Activision Blizzard? I never thought it would happen. Like, I'm not saying like I didn't picture, like, I know Microsoft is a gigantic company, but like that's like. Is that like one of the biggest deals like ever? Like when you break it down, like Disney bought Marvel for like, what was it, 4 billion? Or no, how much was Star Wars? Was Star Wars like 40 billion? It starts to put everything in the. Like, I'm not saying, like, $1 billion is a lot of money, and then, like, to think of, like, that being, oh my god, it boggles my mind. Anyways, Control Terminal 4 should be in the deepest area up ahead, so let's hurry it on up and get back to where it's nice and breezy. Oh wait, maybe it's just one per game. Persona 3, 4, and 5 all have dancing games, and I think they're all canon. Yes, because didn't they just release the Persona 4 Dancing EX or something on Steam as well, or I don't know. I keep seeing that mentioned all the time. I have no interest in the fighting games, but all right, who do we have in our party here? Okay, it's the same old people. I didn't even know there was a Persona 5 fighting game, so it shows what I know. There's some games called Endless Night Dancing or something like that bundles Persona 5 and Oh. Alright. See, I didn't even know we could switch our characters and do all that fun stuff that I just did. I didn't know I could change Ellie out and get a shot from far away. Yeah, like, one's like, I think like they're Arena Max or something stupid, like, stuff like that, I think. I still think I prefer Lloyd, though. Like, it is nice to have those options available. So where are we going here? Okay, so let's start by going up here. Let's see where this takes us. Okay, I like an ironwood kimono. Genevieve's eyes grew wide. Who knew her name? Of all the names that could have been coming from his mouth, it left her hanging open, but she had to say something. She spoke firmly. How did you know? Who's gonna wear the kimono? Can they wear the kimono? Yes, they can. ADF 60. That's good for somebody, right? Sure, throw it on there. We have to fight a fire? We have to fight a fire. A fire. Are you kidding me right now? A fire. What are these things called? A flame gummy. I'm sorry? I'm gonna need a lot more alcohol if we're fighting just gobs of fire. A lot more alcohol. Alright, yeah, there's many directions to go here. Let's just, okay. See, here's where I hate, I can get confused. I don't want to put any mark here undone. I know, right? Sounds like my work. See, this is why you got to be careful. Like, all I want to come across is chests, and then I move on to the next area. I don't want to miss any chests. I don't want to miss any chesty LaRues. You know what I'm saying? The giant fly. A fly the size of a human head cooks flesh with flame breath before devouring its prey. That sounds wonderful. Magical. All at the same time. There we go. The fact that he keeps saying suck dick, it's upsetting, I think. Not really. Not upsetting. Oh, is Jonas do something? Jonas, do you do something, yeah, mate? Preheating my pans would be so much easier with fire breath, wouldn't it, eh? Wouldn't it? I watched Retro Gaijin just before I streamed, and he was making his girlfriend an omelet, but he didn't have any cheese. Ugh. Inside is a Mishi plush that Randy accidentally gave to Zayt as a chew toy as he quickly shuts the lid before Tio can see it. Oh, she's gonna see that, all right. But it still looked good. Still looked good. Of all things, he threw some olives on there. I don't know why, like as like a garnish or something, just like hey, like make the plate look pretty. It did look good. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know how to make an omelet, so we're just gonna throw that out there. I was sort of watching and sort of interested. Like, I don't eat omelets, right? So, it looked good on the plate. It wasn't. I don't think it was meant to eat. It just meant to like to make the plate look. Wait, don't you like olives though? Aren't you one of them that likes olives? I mean, not on an omelet, right? But I mean, there's something about like I should like an omelet, right? Like I like all things that would. I like scrambled eggs. I like I generally I like eggs. I like things that go in eggs. I like cheese and all these things. So I just never know how to make it. So I was sort of watching like I was like, oh, so that's how you make it. Just drops an egg in, you sprinkle all the stuff in there, and then like once it's sort of done, you fold it. Is that somehow how it works? Maybe someone can guide me in the direction of where I've gone wrong. So you're the one. Okay. I'm making sure that we're on the right page here. I'd buy him a whole ass can of olives at the store just for him to munch on as a snack. It's gross, but I love him, so I do it anyways. Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, I also find olives disgusting. But, like if I like ordered a martini, like I know that there is part of it, like they serve probably their juice adds into the drink, maybe, I don't know. But, you know, I'm not eating it. But, you know, I understand its concept. We gotta fight one fire. One preheat of the plan, please. Thank you. There we go. Get rid of it. They just taste like what I'd imagine weird musty feet taste like to me. Wait, does Wolfslayer have musty feet taste? Are we getting a little too personal here? I don't think we ever get enough, like, too personal. Like, we don't get personal enough around here, to be quite frank. Are we shaming people here? I think so. I think that's what happened here. I hate feet. Do you hate your own feet? Is it like the look of feet? Is it what they possibly get involved in with? Just so you can step on something? No, but I hate when people touch my feet. Wolfslayer, you know what to do. I know you're not even in the same physical location, but we have ideas, right? It's the look, the smell, the idea that they step on everything. Feet are gross, and yet they're needed, right? She'd actually give you a black eye. Okay, maybe do not do that. Fight the urge, I say. Fight the urge. Unless you want the look of a black eye. You're gonna go back to what you were doing. Have a good day. You too, Polly. Was what you were doing a hunting monsters? All right, so there's down there. All right, so now we're finally getting into places. See, that thing says, like, you know, it's got that there. So, oh god, now stairs. Stairs are always a bad call. Oh, okay. It's a good call, too. Some Sepith. Great. And a chat. Reading this message adds 5 bonding points to one of the characters, but we're not going to tell you which one. I wouldn't be shocked if that actually did. Oh, schneizers. I went the wrong way. Damn it!
しかし、相変わらず変なマシンが動いているっていうか。
火を吹いたりして、さすがに危険じゃないかしら。
Well, would you rather them spit out jizz or something, Ellie? You know, when you compare, you know, it's not so bad that something's spitting out fire now, okay? It's expected. We're in a fire area. You're playing Guacamole 2 and listening to scam baiters. What is scam baiters? I mean, I'm understanding that you wanted to leave and go continue on what you're doing, but now I need to know what scam baiters is. So yeah, the B sector cleaning ones were my fault, but not these. I've never even been to this sector before. Your nose is growing there, Johnster. You can tell us the truth. You promise not to be mad? Probably. I'm telling you the truth. It's not my fault. Well, Wazy's got a question. The sector's connected to the foundation of the Penis Tower, isn't it? Why didn't we enter from that direction? Well, because that entrance has been sealed ever since the terrorist attack. People that bait scammers and waste their time... Oh! That sounds like a... Sort of like what Kit Boga does? I mean, there's a lot of people who do that on Twitch or whatever, too. Control Terminal 4 is right by it, too, so if it weren't sealed, I wouldn't even need you guys to get to it. He's correct. The route to D Sector is closed off. But there's also a different direct elevator we can take to go to the Control Terminal 4, so once that's up and running, I don't need you guys anymore. Yeah, exactly. Alright. Could have at least said thank you. Alright. Let's continue onward. I'm hoping it lets me go back through here. Thank you, because I'm probably missing another Chesty LaRue over here. There probably is one under here that we're missing. No? The ladder, climb up, of course. Where the hell are we? Pink liquid? I forbid it, Cyril responded with equal firmness. You're my wife. You're not to fritter away your hours with some other woman under my nose. That's a little weird. What do we think in this pink liquid is? I could have just said Kid Boga, haha. Always, you have fun as well there. Enjoy yourself there, Paul. Thanks for dropping in, buddy. Oh, no, wait. No. No. Okay, there's no more exploring here. I'm very interested to know what this pink liquid is, though. Like... Liquid. Show me. Show me! I didn't see pink liquid. Maybe it's a tool. Pink liquid, there it is. Restores all EP. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. And I almost missed that. Wow. Oh god. Shit. Oh, great. A soul injection. Oh, that's, you know, oh, that's a whack and a half. Oh, I hope this thing doesn't blow up in our face. Because Jonas is right there. When's our next romp into Monster Hunter? Okay, thank you, Jonas. At least you're a smart boy here. Oh, I didn't even check if it was gonna blow up. God damn it. Alright, I could war it. Alright, that's fine. Well, when are you available for Monster Hunter? You're not home until Sunday. So maybe... So I work all weekend, nights, so maybe we can figure out something Monday or Tuesday? Hey, another elevator. There we go. You open the chest, finding a scrap of paper with some writing on it. This pun is terrible. You groan as you close the lid. That was a terrible pun. Yeah, I'd like to try a little bit more often than, you know, once a quarter. It'll probably be, my guess will probably be, maybe, it'll probably be more Monday, because I think I'm going to have to drop the little guy off at my parents' on Tuesday night, and then I got to get up early Wednesday morning for work, so, this feels like it's going to be somewhere to go. Yeah, like, that's probably, like, too late. Because, like, you know, before I know it, it'll be 1 a.m. and I gotta get up at 5. It'd be terrible. You gotta start hammering out those side quests and build your armor and what? Yes, I know. See, the thing is, though, like, you guys already told me, like, if I play by myself, the monsters go down to my level, right? But, like, I don't know. I tried to do one monster before, and it kicked my ass. Like, it hurt me. It taught me lessons that I didn't even know I knew of. Could just be an armor question? Okay. Yeah, I think when I tried to do it, I don't think I had that high rank armor that I just got now, so that might have been it. Admittedly, playing with more experienced people can slow down how fast you learn good habits like positioning and dodging, but you'll get there. Yeah, like I think the thing, like you said, it's hard to realize of what you can and can't do when you're playing with 4 people who know what the hell they're doing. But at the same time, I feel like I have to watch what a monster is doing from time to time, because if you're not, that's also really bad for you. So, yeah, we'll get there. Yeah, I mean, you can't do damage to monsters if you're dead, right? So start there and work your way from it. Hey, Jonas, you want to stay away from these guys, or? Oh, they're cleaning us. Oh, how nice. Oh, god damn it. I feel when I went in one time to play by myself and I forgot to check my weapons, so I initiated a fight with a master rank monster with a low rank weapon. Oh, yeah, that... I mean, you probably had the armor, right? But like you said, you probably were like, oh, geez, I'm doing like 20 damage. This is not going over well. God damn it, this is what I get for playing with you, Jordan, right? I hit for like 12 damage, like, what? Oh, damn, yes, and then you just got to abandon that one. And then abandoning the quest costs you points and all that jazz, right? So that's a lot of damage that they do to you. I didn't abandon the quest. I just ran away back to camp. Oh, you can go back to camp and change weapons? Oh. Interesting. But aren't those like, oh wait, no, so your equipment would, like when you guys are switching out weapons, you always have the things in your inventory, right? Do you have something that's gonna heal somebody? No, why would you? You can change weapons, eat again if your food benefits run out, dump your inventory if it's full, grab more healing if you run out. We keep the weapons we use with you in our box, and you can swap out as much as we want from your camp. There's actually a strategy for some monsters to change weapons mid-hunt. Next time we're at camp, we'll have to show you a bit more of that aspect. Yeah, well, I'm new, right? Just living the life. A little bit of a waste. Not gonna be able to reach him, no point. Sparkle it up. There we go. Oh, I thought you were gonna be able to kill him from there. God damn it! All right, let's just fix up that that burn here. Cooling spray. We don't have a lot of cooling sprays. God damn it! Only for that thing to do another attack on me. Screw off there, Huckleberry. Yeah, I feel like that's a game, like, you know, you can hop in pretty easily. You get the gist of it. Throw in armor, throw in weapons, get new armor. But, like, there's little intricacies like that I have no idea about that you sort of got to pay attention to. Oh, God. Yeah, meta as fuck, to example, go into, say, like, Nergagabadubada, first with a hammer to break his horns, then come back with something to cut its tail off, like the greatsword. But wouldn't you be relying upon everyone else? Like, would it be like, I guess it's smarter to like get everyone in, like everyone has a different weapon for different purposes, like you just mentioned, right? So end of glasses time. So that way everyone can do different things. Like eventually, if I ever get to be as wonderful as you guys are at the game, then you can plan things out a little bit better, right? Right, okay, understood. Yeah, I'm going to assume we can just use this. Oh, see, this thing doesn't even reach that many things. Come on there, Nancy. That might be fun. Can we nail them all? No, we're going to leave let the ladies do the work. As a sword and shield main, I think that's what you mean by SNS. You're actually in a really good position damage type-wise. The thing is, it's weird with that, though. I never use my shield. Like, maybe I should be, but I never do. It's never utilized, ever. I have noticed that. Like, a lot of the weapons I get is, like I think the current weapon I have is for poisoning people. So, you know, that's good. It's basically slowly up to the two of us to cut its tail off, while Wolf had a big bonk to break the horns, and that's all we focused on. And I worked the groin. You didn't work that part in, I noticed, but that's where I generally get. I find myself right in the midst of an enemy, right underneath their legs, and just start poking the groin. You know, it's gonna work on some. That happened. I was afraid that was going to happen. Out of nowhere. For me, it's getting the tail off and shaving slinger ammo if needed. Huh. The SNS shield is more of a weapon than a shield in most cases. Oh, okay. Okay. Do we have... Can we slow these boys down? Is that... well, okay. How about the 4 of you? And then we can figure out if I am actually doing the right thing here. Analyze these things. Yeah, like I've caught the gist of things. Like cutting the tail off of a lot of things gives you more things to carve later on, or like you said, noticing if something has horns. You know, most of those are things you can see. Oh no, down! Okay, if you guys could just not attack Jonas at this point, it's... Oh god, they're gonna attack him. This is not gonna go well. And knowing when parts are breakable or... that's when you have to go back to your book, right? If you fought something enough, it's gonna tell you that it can be broken or not, right? Oh man. Yeah, well, Burning Rage ain't really gonna work out for us here. See, I thought that freeze thing was gonna work pretty well. Jonas is gonna get murdered here. He's got a red spot. Oh, I hope this isn't just a thing that's just gonna be terribly. Yeah, well, guys, you guys said, like, I'm sort of squirting through, like, story stuff, but at the same time, like, when you're playing in your farming stuff because you want their drops, that sort of changes what you're doing, right? So, like, because we're going through content pretty quick, I'm only seeing monsters 1 or 2 times. We're starting to get to the point where I'm starting to see some things I want to attack, obviously, but oh god, he's going to do a move. And this is gonna cost me. Can't reach it. Oh no! Or if I can seal him. I might have just saved it. No. Shit. What a terrible fight. What a terrible fight. Like, it's not even anything I have to just go at a lower experience. Like, just, like, are you kidding me right now? Now, of course, now we have a critical. So now this will go a lot better. Oh, believe me, I'm way ahead of you guys on that. I'm always way ahead of on it. Generally, like, so far, the amount of stuff I need isn't too much. Like, of all the times we've already played, like, a lot of stuff is, like, starting to get, like, just right now, I'm starting to find, like, enemies are now starting to be, like, specific pickups. Like, a lot of the stuff was, like, things we were picking up on normal fights to begin with, which was really nice, obviously. All right, Jonas, let's try not to get murdered this time. How about that? How about that, right? Oh, that worked out wonderfully. Beautiful. Scent! Now we smell nice. I was under the impression that this was the Geofront Sea Hest sector. I believe there's been some kind of mistake. Oh, that was a good joke. That was a really good joke. Really, really good joke. Where are we heading here? Because apparently I've made a wrong turn somewhere. Oh, never mind. We came from there. Want to go through here. There we go. Jordan will pay attention. I promise you, people. I'll pay attention. Uh-oh. A 2 battle chain. I keep forgetting I have someone here that doesn't like to get murdered. Doesn't just roll off his tongue. Oh, I was sort of hoping that we could get a couple of them at the same, or all three of them at the same time, but it's not always gonna happen. Oh, and you froze the wrong guy. I feel like, Jonas, could you throw out a hit somewhere, buds, or is that a possibility to do that, or I don't know. Can you remind me, who was Nergagabadigadabade? Is that the flame guy? Oh, that's, oh, okay. That's the guy that had the big gut that you felt bad that I said I killed by myself. Giant horn spikes everywhere, demon look. That's right. Well, I mean, to be quite frank though, that could actually describe anything. So I thought he had a big gut. He'd roll around and then expose his belly. Maybe am I thinking of the wrong frenemy enemy? I think he had a gut. Oh, I'm thinking. Oh, that's okay. Yeah. Okay. So I have no idea who we're talking about then. Just right over the head. Right on over. Oh, am I burning here? Oh my god, I'm taking damage. Oh my god, they're all taking damage. Get out of there. Jesus. Okay. Yeah, that was good talk. Yeah. Oh, so there's still a puppers, but not okay. Demon puppers, rock puppers. There's too many dogs. Do you have a particular chess voice you read in all these? No. Should I? Probably. Trying to figure if I want to go up or like see now I feel bad like now I'm gonna go back through here. We're gonna take damage. Oh, see, that one's not hot. Posted Nergagabadabadi in the Discord for me. Okay, so I have to take a peek here. Oh, that guy. Thank you. That makes sense. Or the Wikipedia also would have worked. He beat you to it though, Kelsey. That's because he's rude. Well, I hear he has a foot fetish, so it's probably, you know, the whole thing comes together as that, right? He's just let down that he can't divulge and set foot fetish. Switch, obviously. Oh, that's great. Thank you for turning that off. Now I don't have to take a bajillion damage anymore. So I could have just went that way. See, I like it. I like how these just play off this way. Like just look for an option, Jordan. Pay attention. You'll find your way there. Sensei kapakatuba. What? Wolfie, did you know you're a rude person? Like I thought you two were great people. Fantastic. I mean, you can't do much about the American thing, but you know. Oh, please don't tell me you're close enough to have it blow up in your face. Don't you hate when that happens? I'm reminded regularly that I am rude. But are you, like, playfully rude? Like, you're not really rude. Like, you're not, right? Like, it's not that. You're pretty much like I am. Like you're rude, but you're not rude, right? Like, there's people who are rude. But like you're rude for like a fun aspect of it, right? Because it's hilarious. You just undermine Chelsea often. Okay. The good type of rude. And I feel like Chelsea probably has her moments as well. thought that's not all sugars and rainbows over there. Lunar pendulum. It was unusually cold thing for him to say, giving Genevieve pause. When she glared, as she so often did, rather than shout, he revealed the answer to her question, eliciting a gasp from her. She does. I call her rude too. I'm rude in different ways. Oh, okay. See, everyone's got their ways. It's understandable. Like when she's rude, she's probably rude as in like the Olsen twins rude thing in Family. No, Full House. That's it. Like, in a reference of that's rude, right? That type of thing. Or Rick Rude, if you're aware of who Rick Rude is. He was never also rude. Nice guy. Like telling him chicken butt when he replies, what? To me saying guess what instead of saying something nice. Yeah, you also know there's another one to that, like when someone says why, chicken thigh. Stop giving your ideas, right? You've never heard that one. Oh, yes. I'm surprised that you know of chicken butt to what, but you never heard of why chicken thigh. Jonas, could you heal us or something? Uh-oh, more sand. Did anyone notice they have a little heart next to their little tanks there? It's nice. It's nice. Nice little touches. Look at that. Everyone's just gonna act in. Alright, have a tear. There we go. Alright, Randy, get in there. Give a good whack. When do we get your guns? When do we get the frickin' guns? That's what we need to know. Oh, Randy needs to be healed as well. God damn it. I mean, I guess everyone needs to be healed. Why didn't I just huddle everyone up? And I really need a haircut. My hair is getting super long. Oh God. Are you gonna be acting now? I think we get him. Hope we get him there. There we go. He was like one burn from like death. Do I have to heal him too? Probably have to. Probably should. This is like a basic fight, and I'm blowing it like everywhere. I'll blow up in Randy's face, although he's got full health, so he's fine. He's a dandy person. I gotta open up the Kraken. I mean, it's open, but like, gotta get back into that. I just wonder if there's a switch. There we go. You know how stupid I would have felt had I walked over to just to get that without looking for a button? Like, I would have done that. Like, that would have shocked nobody. Really? A monster appears? Not a fan of that. Oh, and there's like 1,000 of them. Oh, for... Get everyone acting. Nope, that doesn't work. Burning these things, really? That's your idea of a joke? Let's blind them. I'm actually surprised that worked. Wow. Didn't expect it. Call ourselves up again. Let's see if we can make sweet love on top of some liquid hot magma. There we go. Beautiful. Just don't attack Jonas. That's all I ask. You didn't say stop resisting before throwing the flashbang. Police brutality at its finest. Yeah, right on up there with a no-knock warrant type of thing, right? Oh, come on. Or wasn't there that one police officer, I want to say it was in Texas, might not have been, but she was yelling out taser, 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 and she ended up using her gun. I think she's in jail now. Rightfully so, obviously. But guy's dead on the pavement. Stop. Can I say, like, that happens in Canada too. Okay, we're not as much, but like that was always something that irritates the hell of you, especially now in the YouTube, Twitter area, where everyone's going to be taped and whatever. But like, I never understood, like, why do they say that when there's they're on the ground, they're already like handcuffed, there's 4 or 5 officers around them, and they keep yelling out stop resist. Like, I think they say that so like if they're being taped, it's like to a judge can see like, oh well, that's what they're doing, that makes sense to me, when in reality, like, no, they've already been restrained, you don't need to keep doing that. Like, just like the guy who got killed in was it Minnesota? The guy who they just kneeled on his throat for 10 minutes, like, despite the fact that he was already in cuffs. You found a bag of round breath fresheners in the chest. They're labeled Epstein Orbments, lemon flavor. Oh, that's pretty good. Yeah, even Rowdy, you can plainly see they're not resisting. Yeah. Geez, we just got a new Orbment. We got a few, actually. Increases the potency of healing items. Activates when using items in battle. HP, EP recovery multiplied by 1.5. Ooh. I feel like we gotta start throwing some new things on. What's the juggler? Attacks and crafts inflict abnormalities. Ooh. What does force do? See, I would like that. Let's throw that on. And who's our healer? Like Wing. Like, I wouldn't mind throwing on the, is it the Pixie? No. I think it was the Mobius. The only thing I'm curious is, now how would you take this? Increases potency of healing items. So I don't think that's healing spells. That's the one thing I'm a little unsure of. Activates when using items in battle. HP, EP recovery is multiplied by 1.5. Increases. See, I think it's just items. So maybe that's not what I'm thinking of. Maybe we'll leave the one we have on for now, but trying out the juggler, that's good for Lloyd. Good business decision. Another elevator. I guess I should save soon. You know, get that save 200. I think it'll honestly be really, really close to 400 saves. See, that's one of those things I wish we could honestly do, like a long-term prediction on. Like, I know I could sort of play it up that way, but like at the same time, it would be nice to, like, I'm not going to be saving every 5 seconds. The amount of times I hear people say I didn't call the cops because I was afraid, or didn't call the cops because they won't do anything anyway, is astounding. I'm a huge fan of true crime, so I listen to a lot of podcasts and watch the shows, and people say that shit because they've had run-ins with law enforcement where their presence in a situation is just useless, and they can't do anything except, well, just keep your doors locked. Yeah, thanks. No shit. Yeah. Like, have you ever heard of, like... I'm trying to think, because I heard something similar mentioned, like... You know how, like... This is everywhere. The police are there to serve and protect, right? But if you think about it, that serving has gone well beyond. Who are they serving, right? I guess you could start, but who are they protecting at the same? They're not really protect. Like they're not proactive in protecting people. Like because there's people who they don't care that police exist. Like you call police to tell them things afterwards, right? I don't know why you're calling me. I will leave that to voicemail. So it's just one of those things of like, why is it that way, I guess, right? Receive the chest pom-pom party account. Oh, I hope that's real, because I would love to face the chest in a pom-pom party. Oh, I feel like there's a boss fight coming up. Save 201. Already there. Oh, we just don't have the CP power I thought we would have. Why is a phone like that? Not to get on like about my father-in-law, and I know like probably called me for something that I'll listen to the message, but it's comical to me like something about like old people and texts. Like you could have got an answer from me immediately for whatever was on your mind, and instead you'd call. Old people like the call, I guess. There is control terminal number 4. And even if you file a report, good luck with the right, like that's the whole thing. Like everyone thinks like, why bother reporting? Because are they then you think in your head of like, well, you know, it's just a small little minor crime. They're not going to bother looking into it. Who cares? They have a billion things on there and okay. Hold on. I said the T word. You're tired. Did you say hi? No, you're too tired to even say hi. You want a drink? You want a drink? You want milk? You want juice? I think I got juice in here for you. Like sweeties? Sit down. Like sleepies? Sleepies? Want your blanket? A blanket? There you go. Sleepy boy. Yeah, I'm still not feeling too well, so. You could be brutally raped and never find a damn thing out because they take the evidence, shove it somewhere because there's not enough resources in the right place. Too many beat cops out there being, yeah, like, I think, I don't know what's worse. I've brought this up before, and like where I work, it's a lot of people who wanted to be firemen, wanted to be police officers, And because it's a hard job to get into where I live, because it pays extremely well, much different than, say, in the United States, where it could be very different depending upon what state you live in, but I don't think they pay six figures like they do here in Canada. But that still doesn't mean you get all good people. Like, I've shared my take on it. I do not want to be a police officer anymore, because of the outlook that people have on police officers. It's not a good look. You're always under the microscope, and that's expected. You know, you should be professional when you're making that kind of money, but it's still, I find, like a bully profession. I feel like I had a conversation with a friend at work who's now a lawyer. That was a weird take. That, you know, good for him. But I remember he asked me the percentage that I thought of corrupt police officers were in our city of Hamilton City, Ohio, London, England. And I said it's probably upwards of 60%. And like, it boggled his mind because he wasn't from here. But like, the more you think of it, like, this was probably closer to 10 years ago. But the more you think of it, it makes me realize, like, it's probably more than that. Like, everyone's just like, you can't turn around without seeing some cop getting thrown onto paid, free vacation, essentially. What's it called? They're put on. They refer to it as the paid vacation around here. Like, they get in trouble, and because the union is so powerful for them, they get they don't even get thrown on desk duty. They get to sit at home, for a year or two until they're, they get dealt with, and they're getting paid on the taxpayer's dime. They don't lose anything. Like, there's no fight against them, unfortunately. A huge part of defunding the police isn't about and that's the problem, right? Because everyone thought, like, when you say defund the police, and everyone who's like, well, who do you expect is going to shoot? No, I don't mean, you do need police, okay? But you don't need these people showing up to mental health calls where their first thought is, I should pull out my gun because this guy's crazy. No, he just needs to talk to someone who's not threatening him with a gun because he's not doing as he's told because he doesn't understand you. That's the simple part of it. Like, and how many of those people are just dead out of nowhere? Like, we have a very bad problem in Canada. Like, may or may not notice it, but like, in regards to the First Nations people, like, not so much in my area. They're more so out west, or where Lothars are is like in I hate to say this, but like the Midwest of Canada type of thing. But just in the central area, like Saskatchewan and whatnot, where they're a bigger part. And in the old days, what they used to do with these people was, especially here in Canada where it's cold, was if you didn't want to deal with these people, they used to take them from trespassing, right? And they would drive them like an hour out in the middle of nowhere and kick them out of the cop car. And then they would find them like 3 days later, frozen, like to death. And no one would know what would happen because, of course, there's no paperwork. There's not, like, no one knew anything. Like, just like, I even think of that, like, at my work sometimes there's trespassers. They stumble on in. It's not in the greatest part of the area, but there's only so much you can do to prevent people from coming down something that looks all nice and shiny, right? And like, I don't know if these people, what happens to them afterwards. Not that I care. That sounds terrible, but like, like, you call the police because I can't deal with them, and they just take them. You don't know what happened. Like, they could do that exact thing. They could go drop them off somewhere, and you wouldn't know anything. Like, yeah, it probably was a Canadian one. Like, and I've heard like that still happens. It still happens. It's more so like the hatred towards a lot of the people who are the RCMP, which is our federal police force. They don't have a very good past, and they're trying to sort of right it. But nowadays, now that everything's getting talked about, they're starting to realize it's a much bigger problem than it was, and it still is a problem because there's videos out of people doing said things. So we're not the end all be all great country that everyone considers us. Just the same as you hear, as everyone is nice. I mean, we're nice, but we're not. I think it's more so. I think we're polite, is the saying. We'll be polite to you, but we can be mean polite.
しかし若いうちはいいけど、大きくなったら大変じゃない?
I think in part it might not be as big of a problem here in Canada as it is in the U.S. That's another thing you always hear about the training. Now again, I have a friend who's a police officer, and they still don't get a ton of mental health training into that. Like they get sent to police academy. So you get the thought is you get hired on as a police officer, wherever city. In Ontario, they send you to the police college for, I believe, 6 months of training. And you think in that span of time, like 6 months, it's a long time. Like you're already an employee of your police force, but you're there for 6 months, sleeping there, weekends off, but you're there Monday to Friday. And if you think in all that time they teach you like a little bit more enthusiastic towards the mental health and that, like it's a day they spend on that. The other days you're spent on shooting guns, driving the car. Like they spend more time on that stuff. Like whereas the thought is like probably you have to have your license to get a job anyways. You probably know how to drive a car. I'm not saying you shouldn't know how to drive a car like a cop, but like those are the types of things that like maybe once you're sort of working with on the field that you sort of warm up to, because you're working with someone right beside you, not at a school or a college where everything's in a controlled environment, because that's not the way to learn. But I don't know. The older I've gotten, the more wiser you get, I feel like, about these certain things. And I'm sort of happy that at this point I didn't become one, because I don't know if I could take it at this point. It just sounds like a shit show. I always thought to myself that if I ever got hired on, and they always throw out that interview question of like, how would you change? Like I'd have to be that one person that changes it. I'd be burying those corrupt cops. If I saw someone that was being corrupt or told me like, you didn't see nothing, kid, like I don't care if that was my boss or the chief of police. And and that's the type of thing that you start thinking about, is like, oh geez, if that was like the chief of police doing some shit, not the way it works, but if it was like a higher up, I'd probably be kicked out, blackballed, gone. Like I understand how it works. And I couldn't put up with that shit. I wouldn't be able to put up with it. Much like Jonah says, he doesn't want to put up with this stuff. We just need air conditioning around here, right? That's all you need. Every single police department needs a set of trained mental health professionals on staff and on call. But you see, they wouldn't be able to control them. That's the problem. They would just bitch about like, oh, well, that's not in our budget. Can't have that. Is this an air conditioner we're fighting? It's also bad for the cops who are generally good people and just trying to do their job as well, because tensions run high and then someone crazy somewhere runs off and shoots a bunch of cops in cold blood. Like, right. And that's what I thought about. Like, it's nice to be able to still take my education. I put it to good use. I wouldn't have the job I have now without the education I took. It's presentable. It works. I make okay money. Like, that's okay by me. But I was just gonna say, like, it's nice to think that I can relatively think that every day I can come home to my family without, worrying about being killed. And I say that, but we just had a fatality at my work last week. So like, I work in a dangerous place, but at the same time, it's very, you have to be aware of certainly what you're, where you're going and what you're doing. Essentially, a guy got trapped in a machine. Why is it talking like that? Yeah, like, I mean, I can talk. I know more about it because it was my department. Like, we would respond to that, and I remember like my father-in-law who worked at my work, long retired, but after it sort of like made the news, he called and was like, geez, like, did you go and see that? And I was like, thank God I didn't. I don't even know how I would react if I didn't. But yeah, like I know a little bit more than what the media knows, but I'll sort of bring up like what, like, essentially a guy, we have a belt system that takes coal and drops it into a chute, and I don't really know how it sort of happened, but they got, I guess, sucked or stuck into the machine, and that was it. So like it's been a whole thing at my work for obviously the past week, because like I said, it is a dangerous place. The last fatality happened before I started there. That was back in like, I want to say 2001. So like they do happen. It is steel plants are dangerous. But yeah, so now it's in the whole thing of like, you know, it's being investigated by the Ministry of Labor, who does these types of things. Like, so they want to know like what went wrong, right? So like no one knows what went wrong, because it was just one person by themselves. So, you know, that's where they pick and prod and try to figure out what on earth happened. So this guy has the worst voice I've ever heard, though, ever. And there's magnets at the front, hot and cold. If this thing isn't an air conditioning enemy, I'm gonna be very upset. Temporary? Oh, yep, sorry, bud. Put a show on for you. Want this one? Alright, there we go. How about you go back to sleep, okay? Yeah, like you try not to think about it, like, because, like, you know, like talking with my bosses and everything over everything, like, we you know, part of my job is to respond to emergencies, right? Fire, medical emergencies, and like, you don't really think of that when you're like, you probably go to show up, but I know the guys that went up there and saw him. I don't know, like, you go in, it's hard to explain. You go into a mode, I guess, like, and you don't think about it until like afterwards, where you can actually process everything, and then that's the bad time, if that makes sense. Like, I remember early on when I started, I saw a guy who had 70% of his body burned by essentially, to explain it, we have giant vats of molten steel. Like, I'm talking the size of a house, and it holds molten steel. And there's a guy that stands behind this just giant barrier, and they sort of like throw in like a temperature thing to make sure everything is the right temperature. And so like the ladle sort of like, it's run by a giant crane, and it sort of rocks back and forth when it's being poured. And so like it got rocked, or I guess it got poured into a little too quickly, so it set it to rock back and then pour over on a guy. Now, of course, they're wearing like FR like type of gear, like a firefighter would wear, but I don't have to tell you that doesn't really work too well when something is about 3,000 degrees. Guy is okay, and like I just remember, like, you basically get that guy to the hospital type of thing, and then like you sit and think about it, like, because I talked about this with my boss, but when we were talking about the guy's fatality, and I was like, I didn't even think about it until afterwards, what you just saw. Like, I'm like, that guy was like, I know what burnt human flesh smells like now. Like you just, like, I wasn't thinking that at the time, but like when you start to process that thing and realize what you saw, you're like, that's fucked up. And that's where, you know, you hear of these people who see these terrible things of like, and they go down a you know, how do you deal with that? Well, they go to a vice, and what that vice could be, I don't know, but like, it's certainly makes you, you know, sort of question everything, I guess. Yeah, like kind of like a shock, I guess you're saying. Yeah, for sure. A torso Z. I'm sorry? A restored torso unit gone rogue. Oh, that's lovely. I wonder if that will work. Nope, can't use that. God, is there anything fun I can use here? Can I can't burn them. Blind them? Can I blind the poor bastard? I can't blind them. Oh, I was sitting there thinking like, well, wait, is Arthur? No, he's got full. Oh, well, okay, just attack the thing. Okay, just use the sparkle. Oh, the Gaia tits. Who doesn't love that? Shoots a rock right up the enemy's hoo-ha. Oh. Didn't know that was gonna come near me. Can I lower, oh, I can turn down their time, and I can make our time go a little faster. I read something somewhere where the guy said his father would start having Vietnam flashbacks and freaking out if you burnt your hair in a curling iron because it reminded him of the smell of burning bodies, and he immediately snapped him into the PTSD craze. That's the most stressful environment imaginable for stream. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Now that part of like at my work, like it's all gone now. Like we don't do that at my work anymore. So, but doesn't make it any less or more dangerous. I hate how, why is Lloyd all the way up there? Like, the daughter started doing her hair and shit at school before classes because she was afraid to accidentally burn her hair for fear he'd start freaking the fuck out. And it's the same as, like, when you see, like, if you ever see old videos of the, like, World War I and World War II guys who have the shell shock because they never had another word for it. So, like, you have these guys, like, shaking uncontrollably. And then, like, back in World War I, apparently they just, like, lobotomized these people. Like, it's like, yeah, they're not helpful. Only now do you realize, like, the effects that those things have on people. And even still, I would argue that they really don't help out veterans like they should. Like, the things that these people see, you can't even imagine, right? Like, you can't even fathom it. And there's people who are over there for years of their lives seeing the worst of human nature. And you're just supposed to believe that they'll be A-okay when they come back. Hey, we're going to give you 6 months. How about you come back in 6 months after that and see the whole thing again, right? Like, it boggles my mind that people sign up for that. I don't know. Like, when do we get the space lasers? When we start, fighting the aliens? When does that happen? Okay, yeah, if you could just not do that to me, friends, well-wishers, energy circles, get rid of that thing for us. There we go. All right, everyone's happy, ready to go. We got the speed up. So now what are we doing? Can we do this thing? Advance everyone's turns. Oh, it's the wrong one. That sucks. Alright, let's see if we can drop his speed down a little bit. Is anyone like listening to the music that's the background here? It's a little funny. Like I'm hearing like a little bit of piano tunes here and there. It's like hilarious. I'm gonna steal that from you, buds. Oh, how nice of you. You put us all nice and close to you. Fantastic. That's all you did? 3,100? Okay. Alright, can we finally get everyone to... There we go. Acting a little bit... There we go. That'll work. Advance your spells there, folks. Let's keep on attacking here. There we go. That's great. Great stuff. We probably could analyze them again. We'll do that afterwards, though. Yeah, just get everyone healed up with another energy circle. I think I looked at that already. There's not that working. How about this? How about that? Just drop it on them. Sparkle again. Ooh, everyone's gonna get an all-out attack. That'll be nice. Uh-oh. What? Oh, he's done the worst thing ever. He called allies. Do you know what I just hate right now? Did anyone notice what just happened there? Because she showed up, now he gets the all-out attack. All because Noelle decided to show up and do a silly attack. Now he gets a... That's garbage. That is garbage. God. Not happy about that at all. Good damage. I was hoping it would have got rid of that guy there, but are we still doing this advancing turns thing? Wait, who's over there? I was Randy all the way over there. What is going on now? Okay, well, I guess he's over there now. What can we do here? None of that. Don't waste a critical. Oh, you just had to destruct yourself in front of us, didn't you? Oh, God. Now we're all on fire. Except for Randy. Randy's not on fire, of course. That's a good move, right? Let him do his thing. What? You know, he's just throwing it out there. You know, there we go. When do you get the frickin' gun back, Randy? That's what I want to know. All right, another opportunity. Oh, that was really good. That was really good. We'll just utilize that again. I needed to use that first. Yeah, I was hoping she would have had enough for it. She doesn't. Oh. I wanted to get an analyze out again. Not happening, I guess. Uh-oh, is this robot gonna murder us again? Oh, stop calling friends! Why is this a thing? Wait, did he actually get a hold of a friend? He did. Damn him. This thing actually wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. What the hell does this do? Conceal self by bending light around their target? I'd like to buy a vowel then, Pat. Could we get on over with that? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That usually means okay. Oh, you've confused us. Oh, banana hammocks. Wait, oh, I was just gonna say, great. We wasted that move. Great. Fantastic. Uh-oh. Is this thing gonna blow up when we, you know, call it a day? Uh-oh. It's gonna suck him off. Oh, no. Alright, Randy, let's get you back on in with the group here. Let's get you back on into the wild side of things, just in case, you know, we wanted to do something. Okay, or not. Hasta luego, baby. She's still confused. That's fine. Some nice damage right there. It really is. Oh, that should be the end of that guy. Or not. Damn it. Uh-oh. See, I don't even see a vacuum on there at all. I really don't see what's happening there. Really don't. Really don't. Do we have a healing thing here? Let's get everyone acting a little bit quicker here. This thing just might be dead. See, I blew it. I blew it because I was gonna just murder it. Uh-oh. Oh no. No, do not murder my friends. Ooh, I actually get to recover her. Good. Reviving bombs. Wait. I have a lot of those. Yeah, well. Alright. Now everyone's together. That's good. Sparkle, sure. Randy, do you got something that can heal everybody, you know, at once, or no? I don't think you do. No. Tio does. Oh, Tio does. Oh, Tio just died, though. Actually, Tio, my sweetheart, well, I'm sitting there thinking, like, is there a point? There isn't a point, right? Just use this thing and murder it. Like, what does it matter, right? All alive. There's no point in trying to get back CP here. Other than that thing murdering us, but that went well. Good recovery. Are you done nap time? Are you done your nap? Tiffany? What do you want? Repair? Oh, gotta turn that off. Want to turn it off? Want your Cheerios? Yeah. Alright. Here's your Cheerios. Where are you going with your Cheerios? I have a weird feeling I'm gonna walk down that hallway and there's gonna be just a line of Cheerios. It's my most favorite person, and he said a British saying, Cheerios, Cheerios, I am the queen of the English, eh? Now that he's left, Baker, nice to see you, buddy. I certainly know how to chase him away, eh, mate? Baker, how's your stock doing of Microsoft now with all these purchases? Now I'm Australian, eh, mate? I'll put on strip up on the barbie. It's a fine line. Australian to British, of course. Isn't that where everyone sent their, wasn't Australia like England's jail or something?
ルバーチャの会長室を守っていた人形兵器と似た
There I am talking out of my ass again. I mean, look, I say again, quite frankly, we've just been talking out of my ass for the past 39 years. I should have paid into Activision Blizzard stock when they were fucked by the accusations. Right, yes. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Well, this dude looked like he had some upgrades that one didn't even have. And at the very least, they seem to be connected to the orbital networks. You're doing splendiferously.
やっぱり
That made sense.
何かしているんでしょうか
ま、考えてもしょうがないんじゃね
Oh, you just guessing though, right? Sure, rightio. Phil Spencer's the biggest Chad in gaming right now. I have high hopes that Phil Spencer can right the ship of Activision Blizzard. I said this. I honestly want Bill Kotick, Bobby Kotick, to stay on, like, as the CEO of Activision, just so he has to answer to Phil Spencer. Like, I want him to be a jerk off and not, like, because they probably want to just move him on, right? But part of me thinks, like, what if Phil Spencer's such a bright guy that, like, when this deal's all complete and they're like, well, you know, Bobby's going to have to stick on, otherwise we got to give him the golden parachute of $300 million. Like, isn't that the saying of, like, he's going to get paid $300 million if he gets removed as the CEO? Like, if I was Microsoft, and obviously they have spent $68 billion, but if I was them, I'd be like, so Bobby, you want to stick on? Yep. You know, you got to pay me $300 million if you kick me out. I'd be like, okay. You do know that you're not the boss anymore, right? Like, everything you want to do with our company that you're in charge of, you have to ask Phil if it's okay, right? Like, because that's what Bobby wants. It's just the power. That's what he likes having. Remove that. Let him leave under his own accord. No longer gets the $300 million. That'd be if I was Phil Spencer, I'd just be like toiling, like going, well, Bobby, those are great ideas, but we're not going to bother with them, so. Did I see the interview he did with Phil Spencer? It was fucking hilarious. No, I did not. Like, was that, like, just recently? Can we please go to the terminal room and get into the air conditioning, like, now? He did an interview with someone with Phil Spencer to talk about the buyout. You'll find the link. Okay. Because I saw, like, everyone just is thinking, like, because Bobby Kotick's a dickhead, and there's a lot of dickheads that currently work at Activision Blizzard, and Microsoft is probably going to remove them. But Bobby's the big guy. You know, he's just, you know, he's found a way of just, you know, keeping everything and sweeping it under the rug. But, like, just the thought of, like, you're not answering to anybody. Like, you don't answer to anybody. So why would he? Oh, shareholders. Well, he's it's like Vince McMahon. You want to change how WWE is, and you can't do it without Vince McMahon, despite the fact that he owns all the shares or voting power. So good luck getting rid of him, right? So it's just one of those things of, like, okay, we'll just buy you. Here it is. Is that going to get me DMCA'd on that type of stuff? I hope not. I'll be fine. Let's bring this puppy up. I am interested in seeing it. They're far bigger than me, of course. Activision Blizzard CEO Bobby Kotick Metaverse. Like, how long is this? Guess we could just Jordan, just bring it up. Oh, 5 minutes. Let's get in on this. How come that did not switch over? There we go. All right. Let's watch a little bit and do a little react content. This is from what CNBC. Okay.
They'll come about. And Bobby, I'll start with you.
Bobby!
You've been the CEO for almost 31 years. Started out with a company that you bought out of bank.
Oh my God.
For $400,000. Now looking at
You don't see him too often.
At about $80 billion. How did this happen? How did you get to this place?
Well, look, we've had a partnership with Microsoft that goes back to the launch of the Xbox. We've had many conversations over the years about various forms of collaboration. And as we've started to see the real competition, and we're sort of at the beginnings of what the metaverse will be like, and in that race for the metaverse,
You didn't know.
it's become apparent that there were a variety of resources and talent that we needed in order for us to be able to continue on that journey. And so, as Phil and I started to have those conversations, we realized,
Oh, this is going to be good.
perfect time for a combination.
Phil, when did those conversations start? And what kind of
You can see his
What's
face.
this kind of money to a deal like?
Yeah, well, as Bobby said, we talk all the time about the future of this amazing business. 3 billion gamers on the planet today, people playing in all regions, creators coming from everywhere. And we're always sharing our strategy with our partners and talking to them about their feedback. And I think we've always just had a good connection with the team at Activision Blizzard about where we're trying to go. But honestly, this is a deal that happened pretty quickly. Like I'd say we really had some formative discussions about this specific opportunity late in the year, and we just felt like now was the right time to add the right resources and
Yeah,
capabilities.
you're going to get good value.
Is now the time, in part because Activision shares had been down? They were down about 27% for the year to date.
Absolutely it is.
An easier deal to kind of get your head around?
I think as Bobby said, when we look at the competitive set that's out there, we look at the importance to us at Microsoft Gaming of people playing on mobile.
He's like, that guy's my future fucking boss.
That we need with great IP. We really saw this as an amazing opportunity because gaming's continued growth over the years. Microsoft's big on gaming. We're continuing to invest here, and we see it as a real strong catalyst for us in the consumer categories.
Bobby, there have been a series of reports in the Wall Street Journal that raise questions just about sexual harassment at the company and how it's been handled. Those reports have kind of questioned whether you've really looked into some of these reports. What would you say to that?
Well, of course, any issue of harassment or discrimination is something that I would take seriously and do.
Sure. Sure, Bobby.
Companies today, we had some challenges, but we have worked through them. We are committed. I can tell you it's a focus of mine, and we continue to improve the culture with the expectation of being the very...
How about you let Phil do that for you, bud? He'll take care of it.
Just to follow up on that, this is something that you had kind of said at the time. You put out a memo internally saying that you were concerned about these reports. My guess is you guys have looked into this and you feel good about this if you are going ahead with this deal.
You know, culture is a journey for any workplace. It's something at Team Xbox we've been focused on for
Oh, for sure, Baker.
time. Obviously going through the due diligence process, talking to the leadership team at Activision Blizzard about the plan they're already implementing. We look forward to supporting them in that plan through the closing of this deal. And then post-close, we know that the most important thing to a creative organization is that the employees feel safe, they feel heard.
Oh, yeah. She knew exactly what she was doing.
Right. First, Bobby, it's Jim. Congratulations on a great deal for you and
Jim Cramer. He's still working?
Thank you very much, Jim.
Sure. Let me ask you a question. How many companies do you think are really in this business? Because a lot of people are saying big three, therefore going to be FTC issues.
Yeah, he's putting on that fake smile.
At the same time, I've been saying that there's a gazillion companies.
Is Jim Cramer out to lunch here, though? Like, just, I paused it at the best time for Jim Cramer's face, by the way. Like, when he brings up the big three, like, does he just not realize, like, that the guy in the middle's company just bought the guy on the right's company for $68 billion? And he just has the audacity to ask, like, how many people are really in this? Like, that's not just like a small chunk of change. That's not a small little acquisition for a company. That was already a giant company being purchased by an even much bigger company for a boatload of money. Like, the stock drop question and report stuff. Oh, it does. Yeah, it does. Yeah, but well, I saw that. Isn't it one of the biggest buyouts in history? Not even just in gaming history, but like
In this business, and the idea that
there's some other business that merged that was lower than that stuff, right?
how many people do you think are in the universe that are doing what you do?
Look, it's a great question.
Let's get all the aliens involved here, for fuck's sakes.
We had for a partnership with Microsoft is the recognition of it's a big market, but there's enormous amount of competition.
Would it kill you to wear a suit, Bobby?
To as resources that are extraordinary and a global footprint, or Sony, or Facebook.
It's a comfortable man right there, right?
Or Google, or Netflix, or Disney. When you think about the race for the metaverse, and
Absolutely, Baker.
influence in gaming and the gaming ecosystem, we've now seen more competition than ever before. And then if you add to that all the tools that companies like Microsoft make available, a platform like Cloud.
He's probably mad he turned down the makeup opportunity.
That's competing in this marketplace.
Someone came up to him and go, "Hey, let's fix up that face for you, Bobby." He's like, nah, I don't need no makeup. I'm Bobby Kotick.
Smith here. Thanks for watching.
That's where Shepard Smith ended up, on CNBC. He was on Fox News. So is this how Hassan gets all his viewership now? Is this all we have to switch over to? I guess so. My God. All right. Back to the games, folks. Wonderful, right? Thank you for that, Baker. That was actually quite nice. I can't tell whether you're disgustingly lazy or actually fired up, or probably a little bit of both, to be honest. Yeah, like what? Like, didn't Time Warner merge with somebody? Aren't they like, was not a big deal? I don't know. Like, I'm just trying to think of like major mergers and acquisitions that were probably far less than $67 billion. It is. I really love the fact that, like, it really looked like Bobby did not know that Phil Spencer was going to be brought in on that. Like, he probably thought, like, I'll sit down for a 3-minute little chit-chat. We can talk about the stocks, how much money I'm going to be making, and then, oh, geez, you're bringing in my new boss. Shit.
無線で動力ネットに接続する装置が積まれてたらしくて、ノバルティスとかいう管理者名が記録に残ってるぜ。
The admin name on the record is Novartis, and that's the professor's name, right? Professor Novartis? The man in the lab coat, correct.
どうやら結社の中でも
It's a high-ranking member of society. Oh, sorry, of the society. Probably also a high-ranking member of society. But there's definitely something off about that old dude.
ひょっとしたら
It's his terrible haircut,
作
actually.
品があったのかもしれません。
So apparently the biggest buyout in history is Vodafone buying out Man's Man AG for $180 billion? Euros? Vodafone, I recognize seeing that. That's like American dollars. Isn't that like a European telecom or something like that? So that was just like a merger of two telecoms, I guess. I've never heard of Man's Man, though.
見た目
Oh, Vodafone is British?
間違いなさそうですけど。
Wow. But even still, looking at that of $180 billion, the thought of Microsoft buying another company at the value of $68 billion, and they got them on the cheap end because of everything going on,
まあでもあれ
that probably could have gone upwards of $80 billion if Activision kept their nose clean the last couple years.
これで心置きなく引きこもったってわけだな。
Like, that puts into perspective. That's a huge... Like, that's what we were talking about yesterday. Like, that's a giant deal. Giant. Like, the talk of before when Microsoft bought Zenzimax for, what was it, $7 billion? That was a huge deal. Like, I know Zenzimax isn't really big in the grand scope of things to people like the Jim Cramers. Like, they weren't bringing on Zenzimax people on CNBC to chat with Jim Cramer and Phil Spencer. At least I don't remember that they did about that acquisition, right? That was just like, you know, they probably just mentioned it as a little thing on the ticker bar or something, right?
イエーイ！第4制御端末最高！
All right. Well, are we just pounding on this or what? Yes, so.
ノリノリだな。
Well, how's Baker been outside of all that, buddy? Good to see ya. I think we just allowed the shut into his paradise. Well, look, he's just gonna have the pizzas back on the menu, the boxes of wine for everybody. Hey, buddy. Is that your dump truck? Do you ever even think about getting carried away here? Yes, yes, it is. Yeah, you know what was annoying to me though yesterday? So I think Jeff Keighley put out a bunch of the market caps of all the other remaining companies that are like out there. I don't know why he thinks like, oh, now someone's just going to go out and buy some. But he's just throwing it out there, I think, for ideas. But someone underneath his thread put, how come you didn't mention Sony's market cap, right? Like someone who could buy Sony, or Nintendo wasn't on there either. But Nintendo's is worth about 80 billion market cap. Sony's is around 120 billion, I believe. But then someone kept poking on like, well, Sony's like, well, Sony video games, PlayStation isn't really worth 120 billion. And then someone barked back and said, but Microsoft isn't just Xbox. Like, Microsoft's whole value is this. Meaning, like, you have to count Sony as a whole, not just PlayStation, because they're not talking about Xbox just buying Activision Blizzard. It was Microsoft that purchased it. Just the same as if Sony made a purchase of a giant company. You wouldn't see PlayStation bought Activision Blizzard. You would say Sony acquired Activision Blizzard. You know that PlayStation is utilizing it, but that would be the way it would go, right? Okay, got what I wanted. Mission over. We can all go now. I mean, like, the TVs, the cameras, and all that stuff, like, that's Sony's bread and butter. Like, the PlayStation brand probably isn't even making them a lot of money to begin with. And not to forget about their media empire as well. They're in the music, the movies. Like, that's where their bread's buttered. Gaming, if they're lucky, is making the money. It might get them gets them out in the real world. Everyone knows what's a PlayStation, right? But you don't know about that? You can tell how old these people are if Sony's only seen as PlayStation. Well, it's in a different talk about it, right? Like, it's the younger kids talking about Sony's just PlayStation. They don't know them as the big media giant that you and I may know about them. At least that's what I would say. Well, there he goes, straight off the deep end. Are you doing the wheels on the bus? Yeah. Did you finish your juice? You want some milk? Okay, let's go get you some milk. And Dad's gonna get himself some juice. But do you think their gaming industry makes the same as their film industry? Really? Huh. I would have to, like, take a deeper look at that. I'm just, like, shooting the ball out here. Let's go get you your milk. freshened up the beverages. Now I have the Kraken for our friends. Gaming in the last 10 years has grown exponentially. It's why a lot of companies are trying to buy into it. Part of it is the mobile game. Well, bringing that back up, going back to Activision Blizzard, I hate how it's even called that, because another joke was that everyone was like, oh, Call of Duty, that's the big company that they bought. King, the makers of Candy Crush, probably made more money than Activision Blizzard combined for that company. As Call of Duty and Blizzard games sold. Like, that was a great acquisition for their mobile part as well. But of course, like, what I mean is, like, all I saw on Twitter yesterday was everyone going on about Call of Duty and Blizzard and World of Warcraft, how much money. It took someone a little bit smarter than those morons to go, like, King owns Candy Crush, right? Like, that prints money for them. Like, that's in the billions and billions and billions of dollars for Microsoft now. Like, that's a bigger game than Call of Duty. Whether you like it or not, that's a bigger game. That, there isn't too many games. Ask the senior citizens what they're playing on their mobile phones, right? Like, that's it. It's Candy Crush. But yeah, as I digress, as you were saying. So because of the reach and potential it has, investors love that. It makes it easier to make a project. The only issue with the COD statement is Vanguard had a huge drop in sales as well. Right. Now, what was that? Vanguard was the latest one, right? Do they attribute that with the drop with the sexual assaults and sexual thing allegations? Like, was that due in part? Oh, God. Because I thought that was part of... Because I saw on Twitter a lot of people... because of, like, sort of a boycott of a very minor amount of people were saying that. But, like, you had a lot of the writers from Call of Duty come up and a lot of writers from World of Warcraft. Like, a lot of the developers that have nothing to do with the shitty management or the shitty people that work at Activision Blizzard currently. They were mentioning, like, hey, please play our game. Like, we know that there's shitty people that work here. We're trying to make it a better place to work and make games for. Like, we're not all bad people, but that's what sort of sucks of being part of a organization that has a shitty person up at the top or has an executive level of shitty people, right? Like, that's the price you pay. And then, of course, how that works is if your game doesn't sell X amount, you get let go, or there's layoffs, or God knows what happens. But it is terrible, of course. Yes. Like those are the gamer bros, right? The gamer bros are the people who are buying. They buy 3 games a year, right? Generally, they buy the new Call of Duty, they buy the Madden, and what's the other game? They'll usually buy maybe one, like, action adventure game or something. That's what they buy. They don't know anything else about the backing of the company or what's going on in the back. No one cares. They're not reading anything on Twitter. They want to play these games on Xbox Live or PlayStation and have fun with their buddies. That's about it. That's all they do. Is the issue that Microsoft is going to make all these games exclusive to Xbox? I think Call of Duty will stay multi-platform. Other games, it depends, right? Like, you have to remember, Microsoft is on top of the PC now, right? So they have the advantage of, do you count the PC as a separate exclusive or not? Because, you could argue it's still under the Microsoft umbrella, but no, it can't be, right? Like, well, do you remember, was it last year or the year before, was it 2020, when Microsoft wanted to charge more for Game Pass? And then everyone lost their minds on social media and said, what are you doing, Microsoft? We're in the middle of a pandemic. No one's working. This is the only thing that we can have as our chill out, to play video games during a pandemic, and you want to raise the price? Like, they're absolutely going to raise the price of Game Pass. They have to eventually. I assume they're losing money, or at least probably breaking even. But then I'm led to believe that Netflix is also losing money on their subscriptions because they keep buying and spending money on studios and making a new show that lasts a season and then getting rid of it. I don't know. I said earlier, I really think I would like to see talks go of having Game Pass on everything. Like, you have it on the PlayStation, you have it on Nintendo Switch or Switch 2 or whatever next product they have. Like Game Pass is now a service available to everyone. I'd like to see that happen. Xbox is still going to allow a lot of Activision products to be multi-platform, and they're fine with multiplying it. It was Sony that hated it. Right, yes. And now everyone just assumes Sony's going to now go out and buy a bunch of, they're going to answer with the acquisitions, with their own acquisitions. Everyone's throwing out, though, well, now they'll buy Square, they'll buy Atlas, Sega. I've always said there's no reason for Sony to buy these things when they're already making games for your system anyways. Like there's a bigger reason why, like, Persona is not on anything else other than PlayStation. It's not because Sony or Sega hates Xbox, Microsoft, or any of that crap. It's not. It's just like the people who have those systems just want to play that game. Like, that's how it works. They don't. If they put it on Xbox, it probably wouldn't make sense to them money-wise. Like, and they're still selling Persona, hence why it doesn't go on PC yet, because it's like the God of War and Horizon Zero Dawn. They haven't sold it as much as they would like on PlayStation. They could still throw on a PlayStation 5 upgrade or something that get people all interested or something. Is that even possible? Like, not that either one, like, I'm assuming Microsoft is a far bigger company than Sony. But, like, probably one of those would, they probably wouldn't even allow it, first of all. You're thinking about when Microsoft bought Bethesda. Bethesda's more, like, they're more of a niche style of games, in my opinion, than what Activision Blizzard brings to the table. And they're smaller, yes. But, like, in my opinion, like, there's 3 big titles that Bethesda owns. It's Doom, Elder Scrolls, and Fallout. And arguably, Fallout can be forgotten about. And Doom is a first-person shooter. If you don't play those, then you don't care about that. And Skyrim, well, they sell that 1,000 times over on its own, right? But like Baker brought up, like, Call of Duty is huge, right? They're Call of Duty alone probably as a game is probably much bigger than, and probably worth more in my opinion, than ZeniMax is worth. I honestly think if you were to sell the Call of Duty name as a company, if that was how it could exist, yeah, maybe not WoW on Xbox. WoW on Game Pass will improve those subscription numbers. Make it free to play, but not really free to play. Like, you could still subscribe to it if you want, but someone like me who has Game Pass on PC, if they threw World of Warcraft on there, might make it easier to play. I don't know. But World of Warcraft, I don't think would work like Final Fantasy 14 works on a console. There's just too much work it has to go on. By the way, how you doing, Stu? Good to see you, buddy. No, I know you were joking. I'm just saying. RTSs could work. Halo Wars, that worked, didn't it? That little kitty go. It's probably out eating Cheerios again. Alright, well, that lift should take us directly back to the Harbor District Lighthouse exit. That's a relief. What time is it? 3:30. It's probably about time I probably actually wrapped it up. My wife will be coming home, and my mom and my sister are coming by to see Logan and the new kitty. So this might actually just work out. I did say I might have one later. I'm not sure. If not, we'll be back tomorrow morning. Again, same time, roughly. Everything's all settled, probably. I think my wife is home tomorrow, so I might not have to worry about chasing Logan around. We're on chapter 4 right now. Don't I dare wrap it up when I just got back?
それじゃあリフ
Wasn't that supposed to be StarCraft on the N64? Wasn't there an N64 StarCraft Ghost or something that was shut down?
ああ、そうだな。
I made myself a very strong drink with the Kraken. I think that was 4 fingers is what I threw in there. Yeah, like unfortunately, I got my mom and sister coming on over to see the cat and Logan because they weren't able to see him. So I apologize that you just came back. I will play Legend of Zelda. Chelsea and Kelsey, my girl. It's on the list, like many other games. It's on the list. The ever-growing list, the never-ending list. But they will be played. I do love me some Legend of Zelda, certainly. Maybe we'll just start at the Nintendo one. I'll see how it goes. I don't know how long they're sticking around for, if we're doing dinner or whatnot. I don't know what's going on. So I'm not indulged in these conversations, right? But the erection of Zelda. That sounds good. Anyways, as Kenny Omega says, ladies and gentlemen, goodbye and good night. We shall see you tomorrow. Bye. Bang. Please leave by 9. No, I'm not. I can't be that mean. I can't be. I could be, but I won't be. Anyways, have a good one. Bye.